This is day in the life. We are in Tulum, Mexico, and today we're going to take you through what we've been doing in Tulum, Mexico. Today we are at Lula's Cafe, Breakfast, Boutique, Restaurant, Hotel. I love being at Lula's. We're here in the morning to get started off with some fresh juices, some espresso, and then we've got the beach right behind us where we're going to be able to do our morning dip and some movement. Later today, I'm going to be teaching some primal movement class at the yoga studio and mingling with the locals here. So I'm really excited about that. I love Lula's not only because we have the beach, the sun, we're outside, I can be barefoot, but also because they have these low tables, these low table seats and low chairs. So this has been a typical flow in the morning to come to Lula's, work out at the beach, get in the ocean, and then have these tables for computer time, office time, work time, and still being able to rest and kind of hang out here. It's unique to find a spot that is on the ocean, outside, delicious food, coffee, and has some seating that I really enjoy, where I can be on the ground and it's no big deal. So I'm excited to take you along for the ride. Mostly with pain, knee pain, hip pain, back pain, shoulder and neck, just to, yes. Take your hands and put one on your chest and one on your belly. Okay, we have finished up the little baby workshop, coaching, getting those coaching reps in, sharing some good movement knowledge, and we're back at Lula's for a little bit of work and some food. And you don't always have the really nice soft cushions floor seating. Sometimes you just got a regular seat or like a bench. This is one of the reasons why having your mobility unlocked is so helpful for your body, because it's an upward spiral. I can sit like this, I can sit in a deep squat, I can do crisscross even on a hard surface. In this working position, while I'm working on my computer, client communications, content, whatever it is that I'm doing, I have really good posture. If I don't have access to these positions like this or crisscross or sitting in this deep squat, then I have to do what the chair gives me, which is this position. And then for 30 minutes, an hour, 2, or even more, I'm spent in this slouch position, and then I get up. It's really hard. And just look at my belly, look at my back. Is this looking attractive? Does this look natural? And then look at something like this. This is one of my favorite working positions, the half seiza, half cowboy, whatever you want to call it. And just look at the potential that we have here for being in the world, interacting with some resting postures that are really healthy for you. Okay, just took Jaguar, the amazing videographer, while you're watching this video, through just a normal groundwork session on the beach. We did just a little bit of groundwork, squatting and hinging to open up the back side of the body, and then we just took it for a crawl. It's an entry level, 20-25 minutes, super easy, but really does a good job of opening up the body. If you have access to the sand, I mean, 25 minutes, you could have a brand new spine. So try it. Okay, so this is the villa that we've been staying at here in Tulum, a little bit away from the beach, but it's phenomenal. Quiet, nice. They've got like a little gym and a really pretty villa that we've been staying at. So let's check it out. Welcome to the Tulum Villa, the place that me and Jaguar have been staying for a while. I got this place specifically because of what you see behind me. Huge open floor space, big doors that open up, so we got fresh air and a massive floor space to work, play, move, eat, and do just about everything. You see to my right, this is Jaguar's ground workstation. He's been doing some editing, amazing film editing. Over there, we've got our kitchen, also a workstation over there. And now it's time to tour the rest of the house. But this isn't going to be a normal tour. On this tour, I'm going to introduce you to something called house bouldering. And house bouldering is what I personally do to navigate my environment and to see what movement potential there is in whatever space that I'm in. House bouldering is dangerous. I do not recommend it. I'm just going to show you this is what I enjoy to do in any place that I am, a house when I'm visiting places. Are there cool places where I can climb and have some really cool movement challenges? It's like house bouldering, it's like parkour. So we're going to tour the house and you're going to get to see how BAM house boulders in Mexico. House bouldering. House bouldering is something that I practice in my personal life. Let me be very clear that this is not something that I recommend for anyone to do. I also do not recommend that you do the house bouldering or any of the movements that you will see in this upcoming video. I'm simply showcasing for entertainment purposes how I go about moving through my different home environments. I hope that this is entertaining for you and starts to open up your mind to different possibilities maybe within your own home environment. This is house bouldering, using your home environment to play, climb, crawl, jump, and have an experience of movement while enjoying your home environment. Easiest way that I get myself into house bouldering is by just climbing up and down the stairs. Now I love to bear crawl up and I love to crab walk down. These are easy movement repetitions and it gets me comfortable wherever I am. And look at, here we go, we've got some rails. So let's go up the stairs and I'm going to challenge myself to see, can I get all the way to the very tip top of the floor stairs without using the actual stairs. Made it to the tippy top. So if you can go to the top, the question is, can you go back down? And that's how we get up and down from the stairs without using the stairs. Come check out the outside space. Boom. We've got a little piscina pool. We got some trees out here, beautiful lights. And if you come over here, you'll see that we have the second and the third story. Wow, look at all of these options for movement and house bouldering. Now, the question is, can I get from down here up to the second story without using stairs again? I got a rock wall and some trees. Let's go. I mean, this is house bouldering. Okay, so I made it to the second story. That was fun, a little challenging. Continue on with the tour. This is the bedroom where I'm sleeping. And that bed, I really don't enjoy. I love a ground floor. So I took the cushions off the couch, put some sheets on them, and oh my goodness, this has been some of the best sleep in Mexico. It's been a little bit hot, caliente, and the floor is nice and cool. There's nothing better than a good ground floor resting option. One of the best things about this place is the third and the fourth floor. You get access to sunrise and sunset at the very end of the day. Wow. A good house boulder is not complete without a scary time handstand. And a scary time handstand is when you're up high and you do a handstand. It forces me to lock in, dial in, and focus, and gives me that whoo that I really enjoy. Scary time handstand. Boom. Let's go for a press. Let's go for a press. Oh yes. Boom. Scary time handstand. I highly recommend that you do not ever do this, what I'm doing right now, any house bouldering or scary time handstand. Please do not do those things. It's not good for you. It's not good for your health. All right, to the fourth floor. And look, we got a gorgeous sunset coming on right behind me. A beautiful place for some movement, some lounging, some scary time handstands. Oh my goodness, this view is incredible. Boom, we've made it up here. Beautiful sunset. And then we're gonna do our final scary time handstand. We got these little slats. We find one of these spots, put our hands here, here, here. Wow. That sounds incredible. Okay, we need to give credence to our good friend Solbra. And he's always recommending that we do those Manda pull-ups. You get on something high, you climb up, you do some house boulder, and you do a few pull-ups. You know, you really charge up your chakras from the base all the way to the very tip top. So let's do a couple of those. There ain't nothing like it. Those pull-ups are gonna be the best pull-ups you've ever done in your life. While I was doing some pull-ups, I looked behind my shoulder and I saw one final place. House boulder. Okay, final house boulder, big jumps. You can make it, but it's just more that scary thing. Do not do that at home. Really healthy for the body. But hey, that's what house bouldering is all about, solving the puzzle and seeing what we can do. Before we go into our workout, we're just gonna do our pre-workout. And the pre-workout today is brought to you by Soul Salts. So we got potassium, magnesium, and some beautiful salt. We're gonna salt that up. We're gonna get quite a bit of that salt. So keep the pump alive. When in Mexico, we've got a little bit of passion fruit. Boom, put that passion fruit in there. My favorite, and some ginger juice. Bada bing. We're gonna give that a little mix up. Sugars, salts, everything you need for a nice workout. Delicious. Oh! We got the beautiful gym. It's always empty. It's here for us. It's got everything you really need. Today, when Jaguar and I were at Lula's, one of the pieces of content that we made was the bench press. You should stop bench pressing and instead replace it with the Jaguar crawl and the push-up variation. Stop!
I don't mess with any barbells ever. Everyone that I know had a pec injury came from bench pressing.
Are you tired of the same old movements that are hurting your shoulders? You need the chest pump, but the bench press isn't the way to do it. Let me show you something. And I said stop bench pressing because it's not good, it's not healthy for you. And oftentimes on Instagram, you know, it's that polarizing type of thing. You only have 60, 90 seconds to get some type of idea out to the world, just to plant some seeds in people's brains. But now that we're in a longer form content, I can give you some insight into why I think the bench press isn't the best for our body. And then Jaguar and I are gonna do a pressing workout for an alternative to the bench press. Now, first things first, I do not really recommend using a barbell. And the reason for that is because it's not a natural object. It puts the weight way far outside of your body, and it's hard for you to create good torque chains. What do I mean by torque chains? When we do any kind of pressing with our arms, we basically want to do external rotation or external torque on the way down, and on the way up, we want to go internal torque or internal rotation. The difference between rotation and torque is that my hand is going to be fixed, so I'm going to have to do all of this type of movement while I'm doing the exercise. A lot of people do a bench and it's very static, and so you can see my shoulders, how they get pulled up. That's not how we move. Our body is always spiraling out and in, especially like a punch, out to in, a throw, out to in. So any kind of action where we're extending our arm, we don't want to get to the place where we do this. But if you look at bench press at the highest level, because it's the most sympathetic dominant, we end up always doing this because we default to our most explosive kind of means. But in movement, you're not really exploding, you're more whipping, and it's like out to in. You want to keep that momentum alive. So with the barbell, it's hard to do that. The barbell is going to make you do two arms, bilateral pressing. You don't really do this a lot in nature. Usually it's like this, boom, boom, where your spine gets to move to the left and to the right. So when you put yourself in a situation like this, not only is it very hard for your body to operate in this bench type of situation, but then you get caught in bilateral movement, and oftentimes as you begin to fail, it goes, and we do this extension of our back, and we start to hike our shoulders up and go in for the press. This is one of the reasons why a lot of people have shoulder problems, is because their technique breaks down, because the goal for them is to lift as much weight possible. The goal is not for us to have good movement patterns and to have good lines of tension. So we always want to prioritize our tension. We always want to prioritize our muscles that we're using, and when we're talking about benching, we're really talking about that pec major. We don't want to end up benching that shoulder to raise up, and then now you're pressing with kind of the front of your shoulder and all of this stuff. So if you're really tight right here, if you just take your hand and grab right here, pec minor to the front of your shoulder, and that's super tight, you know you've been doing your pressing and doing this type of thing. This is not where we want to be. Boom, we want to be locked into the backside. So I don't recommend the bench press. So Jaguar and I are going to do single arm dumbbell press. It's an easy way to make sure that you're in the right tension pattern, and you can get a really nice rotation like a punch or like a throw. We're going to do some single arm dumbbell bench. Going to get a little heavy just so that you can see an alternative to the barbell bench press. First exercise that we're going to do is prep our pressing by activating our pecs. So I'm going to lay down on the bench, and I'm going to push these as hard as I can, extend them out. I'm going to squeeze both of my chests really hard, and I'm going to do 10 straight arm pulls up,
with my pecs engaged. I'm only going to go down and up as much as I can keep my pecs engaged. You'll see when I lose that engagement, boom, that's when that negative pressing action, we don't want that. We really want to be engaged. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to hold on the 10th and do 10 curls, keeping that engagement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. 7. Reach. 8. Nice. 9. Good. See how you lost at the top? You don't gotta go that far. Hold one more and hold. Boom. Reach, 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 reach. Boom. 10 curls from here. Okay, now that our pecs are a little bit warmed up, we're going to do that single arm dumbbell press. It's going to be a little bit better for our bodies, but still give that traditional classic fitness thing. This is really something I only do like once or twice a month, maybe. But really just showing it to you because I put that Instagram thing out there and maybe you have some questions. So single arm dumbbell press, I'm going to do a set anywhere from 8 to 12 reps on each side. While I'm working, the non-working person, Jaguar, is going to be dumbbell flies, staying really strong in the backside of his body, hips engaged, and just going. This is going to help us keep the backside of our body, our lats engaged, because we're doing a lot of pressing. Whenever we do a lot of pressing, it's easy for us to get caught up in this position. So we're balancing out the pressing with a lot of pulling. We're going to be doing 3 rounds of this superset. You'll see when I start to fail, that shoulder wants to creep up into my trap and the front of my delt. Not trying to make that happen, so I'm gonna keep pushing so you can see. Just watch my shoulder and watch how, boom, I'll disengage from that pec. So I'm trying to do a chest exercise, but when you do get to failure, you end up not even doing the right muscles that you want. A lot of people don't even recognize. Same thing. I'm not trying to go real trappy with this. I'm trying to go mid or low trap if I can, keeping my lats engaged, staying real back in the hinge, head forward, nice and good posture, light on my feet, light on my heels. Yummy. Okay, now that we did the pressing and we got this pump going on, we got to balance it out to the backside pulling. So we're going to be doing 5 minutes, every minute on the minute. We're going to do some type of pull-up variation. Usually when I do some type of pressing, I like to do the opposite, so like a chin-up. And while I'm going to be doing my pull-ups, then Jaguar is going to be doing active tummy time and just hanging out in tummy time. We're going to do that for 5 minutes, quick in and out, and then we're going to get to some sparring. Okay, that was it. A little pushing, a little pulling, 20 minutes in and out. Now we're gonna get into the real training, or what me and Jaguar really enjoy, which is some of that martial arts training, sparring. Let's go. And one of the benefits of having floor space is that you can do some training, you can do some movement. So Jaguar and I are gonna do some sparring right now. And this is gonna be some friendly sparring. We don't have gloves, and our goal is to work as intense as we can without hurting the other person. So we're thinking about being really fluid and relaxed. It's really good movement training. It's really good nervous system and eye training just to see what's going on. So it's a different type of sparring than going all out and really trying to bite down on your mouthpiece and go. It's something that you can do for 10, 20, 30 I mean, an hour, really, if you've got a really good training partner. It's excellent for martial arts training. It's excellent for awareness training. And it's really good just to do with your friends, especially if you and your friends might have had a scuffle earlier in the day. Let out that energy, you know what I'm saying?
Wake up and bake up this year, jump out the crib, stack up my C-note this year, killing my ego this year, all for the people this year, only believe in the real, I do believe in no fear, and I got gang in this bitch, I never switch on the tribe, I keep it all the way real, I'm in control of my feels, you see my highlights, they study my real, yeah. I'm showing more love this year, running more plays, finna scale up my business this year, the world in my palm, I'm a star, I deliver my cadence, I'm serving up chills to my peers, bringing in bread for the fam. Everything good on the side, everything coming together. New whip, no leash, no key, they heat it. California on the plate, I'm out here playing for keep it. I pull up, she leave wrist flooded, she drowning. We good on the side, everything coming together. New whip, no leash, no key.
Okay, sparring is complete. We're sweating, our nervous system is all heightened. Wow, a lot of tension was built up, crazy good movement, crazy good training. And so now we're going to help each other, just like we helped each other get into that fight mode. We're gonna help each other get back to that rest mode and really heal and take care of our bodies after taking just a little bit of damage. We're gonna do partner step massage. And the purpose of partner step massage, like I said, is myofascial release, bring the nervous system down, and learning how to let go, learning how to relax and receive. When you're fighting, a lot of it is avoiding touch from somebody, moving away. So we do the exact opposite, and that really helps our nervous system. Our muscles do a lot of healing after something like that. It's gonna prepare us to nicely go into the evening, get some dinner and everything like that. So we're gonna do a partner step massage. Okay, that is the day in the life here in Tulum, Mexico. Thank you so much for joining us. You got to see some shots of the house bouldering, some of the inside house. We have filmed a beautiful course, the Primal Lifestyle course, the interior design for movement, and you got to see just a little bit of those pieces and how we kind of set up our home environment to help and nurture our bodies and our movement. If you would like to get access to that course so that you can also do the same for your family and for your own body, check out the link in the course description below. Thank you so much again for joining, and we'll see you on the next one.